Okay, today is December the 21st, 2010. So I'm going to do an update on truck on some of the issues we've been dealing with on it here lately. My son has totaled out his Honda Accord, and so he has been driving my truck here lately. And he told me the other day that the high beams was not working. Well, we got to do a little investigating today, and it looks like we've got a dead ground up inside the dash. So I thought we tied all the wires off where it wouldn't rub, but you know, when you're dealing with a bazillion wires, you never know. It can be the one that you just overlooked, and I figure we've got a wire that's rubbed into either that or something's caused to have a dead short, because you flip it on and the lights, all the rest of the dash lights get real dim, and then the self-setting breaker will kick out and then kick back in. So we've got some kind of dead ground in it, and it's just going to be a matter of doing a bunch of wire chasing, figure out where it's at, and alleviate the problem. Another issue we've had is the rack. As you can see on the floor right here, we've got a power steering leak with the rack and pinion. I guess when I got this out of the junkyard, we just got a rack that just happened to have a leak in the seal. And as you can see, it leaks constantly. It don't matter if it's running or not. And it's a pretty good little leak, because that puddle you see on the floor, that's from it sitting here about 2.5 hours, leaking out that much power steering fluid. So probably going to have to look at just replacing the rack, which that's going to be an expensive undertaking, because I've been pricing racks for Crown Vics, and they are not cheap at all. So if anybody knows where I can get a cheap deal on a rack for an 04 Crown Vic, which is what this come out of, let me know so I can get this leak situation fixed. Other than that, everything's been working great on the truck. The truck still runs good. Despite what the gentleman said about a year ago about my truck, I believe he goes by Carcrafter or Carcraft or something like that. I don't know what his name is, some dude out in Texas. Anyway, he claimed that my spacers were unsafe and wouldn't work. Well, we've put about 15,000-20,000 miles on them, and if you can see here, it's hard to see, I know there's not much light, but they have not given one iota. They are still holding up very strong, no problems with the spacers whatsoever. So I guess his little theory, some people like to shoot their mouths off. They think they know something when they really don't. But we've driven the truck through all sorts of situations, both on-road and off-road, and everything is held up great. Of course, the bracket situation we had back at the beginning of the year, that was fixed by just simply using some thicker metal on that, and ever since we've done that, that's held up fine. My Ranger truck body is still sitting here waiting. The problem I've had with that is I struck a deal with a friend who said he would take the power steering equipment off that chassis and in exchange buy me some paint, since I don't need a power steering setup, since I've got this whole Crown Vic set up on mine. So he was going to get me some paint in exchange for me letting him have the pump and the steering box and the steering column and everything you would need if you wanted to change a truck of this era over to power steering. And I've got most of it sitting in this box right here, this tote. Well, he hasn't gotten back in touch with me about the paint, so I'm thinking if he don't set up something with me by the end of the year, I'm probably just going to put this on the internet and sell it, and then get my paint money that way, so the body shop can go ahead and start painting this cabin bed, and then I can probably fix the wiring problem as we swap everything out of this one into that other one. And looks like I've got a phone call. But anyway, that was about all I was going to cover anyway, so if we have any more things come up, I will do another video. Thanks for watching.